Hello, this is the TradeSite US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Tuesday, the 5th of April 2022. Hope you had a good trading Monday. It was kind of slow. There wasn't that much. Kind of a weird day. Stuck inside of narrow range. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market in futures form. As you can see, didn't really go anywhere. Kind of mid-range for the year, mid-range for the last month, mid-range for the last couple weeks. You know, just is what it is. Let's go through the major indices. So S&P cash gained 36.78. NASDAQ 100 up 298.37. Part of that, by the way, was Twitter. Elon Musk bought a chunk of Twitter, and Twitter was up quite a bit because of it. So it is what it is there. A couple other stocks followed through, but really it wasn't a broad-based gain here. SOX was up 58.31. That's more in the lower half of the range. And by the way, you can't miss that the 13 sell signal at the top, even though we kind of violated the risk line there, was pretty much the top back in December. And then the 13 buy signal at the lows last month, right on target. So that's interesting. The biotech's up 52.83. Russell 2000 up 4.32. This thing's been suffering for a year and a half. Crude oil up $1.13 to 104.41. Gold up $3.20 to 1937.20. Got the advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ was plus 1,082 by the close, or 1,080, and on the New York, which was, it was kind of negative most of the day, and then closed plus 336. Nothing special, but it was positive. Only 4.6 billion shares trade on the NASDAQ. This is the big problem, right? We get a big update in the market, but volume lowest in 6 weeks. That's not really good. VIX down $1.06 to 1857. That VIX gets back down near that static trend line, or even in the late high 15s. We'll have to look at the VXX play for the quarter. Trend closes at 0.82, puts the 10-day moving average at 1.4. Apple closes up $4.13, taking it near highs. It's kind of a decent pattern on Apple, to be honest. Amazon up 95.73. Not so much here. Facebook up $9.04. Google gains 56.42, again mid-range. Goldman Sachs down $2 and a penny. Netflix up 18.03. 13 buy signal right off the low there. Peloton was up $1.50 back to 27.81. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, down 92 cents. Tesla with the Twitter purchase up 60.86. Interesting, and this looks fairly decent as a construction point. We take the highs. Obviously, that 13 sell signal back in the last week of last year, right on the money, and then a 13 buy signal a couple weeks back, or back at the beginning of March, and that was also right on the money. So Zoom up $6.26. Hasn't had a 13 in a long time. VXX sitting at 24.43. So again, if the VIX drops a little bit more and this comes down in the low 20s, you might be looking at engaging with that. The Bitcoin up at 46,890 currently. Dow was up 103. All right, in terms of intraday action, let's go look at the 5-minute charts of the ES. So as you can see, a flat opening, no gap left behind, drifted higher, went into lunch, dead flat, went a little step higher after that over lunch, and that's about it. NASDAQ 100 gapped up, pushed higher, but again, the Twitter was helpful. Got the 13 sell signal heading into lunch. That flattened us out, and then we kind of finally broke that late in the day. But there's, really tiny candles. It was just that first 30 minutes or so that was even remotely interesting on these things. All right, so in terms of economic data coming out on Tuesday, we have trade balance now before the bell. So that's going to be half size for Forex, and obviously one of our big three numbers every month. Final services PMI at 945, ISM services PMI at 10, and a couple Fed members speaking after that. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken the trial of our services, feel free to do so. We'll help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great Trading Tuesday.